The first time I did cocaine, I wasn't hooked to it. First time I did cocaine, I actually didn't like it. I didn't like the feeling of it. I was in high school. I did a line of cocaine, a couple lines, and I didn't really like the feeling. I even tried it a few more times after that to see if I liked it. I didn't like it. It made me jittery. It made me a little antsy. Where I lived, it was probably pretty heavily cut. Most cocaine is, and even back then it was. But I didn't. It didn't do it for me. And that's the thing is, you don't know when a drug is going to hit you. And this is truly the insanity around addiction. I mean, comment your experience down below. But it wasn't until I was in my early 20s that I'm going through a divorce. My life's at a very low point. I'm hanging out with friends, we're drinking. And, we'll call him D. It was like, hey, let's grab a bag. He worked for me. And I'm like, all right, cool. Like, I didn't really like the stuff, but you want to get a bag? Like, cool. I'm just happy that you're hanging out with me. Dealer comes over, gets us a bag. We're in my car, we're breaking it up on CD case, and we roll up, and him and I do like two lines each. And I felt unbelievable, and it hit me so much different than it did when I had done it even younger. And this time it gave me such big mood energy. It just made me feel good. It was almost like what I needed at that point. I was at a really low point in my life. And now all of a sudden this brought in like happiness. It brought in joy. It brought in self-confidence. It brought in all of this. And that was scary, man, because that's what I started to fall in love with. And I thought I could control it. And when I started using, man, I was using, a couple lines like every other weekend, if that, man. I'd go a month and not use, and then I'd get another bag, and it would just slowly start growing into, all of a sudden it was like every weekend, and all of a sudden it was every week, and it just grew on you. And you don't know when you lose your soul to addiction. I mean, that's the scary thing about it. It starts off as a weekend party, fun time, substance, and next thing you know, you're alone using it by yourself as you're destroying your life. And that is the insanity of addiction. And getting sober, there's no right or wrong way of getting sober, man. Find what works for you, whether it's going to inpatient treatment or outpatient treatment. Down below, tagged as Sunflower Sober. Start learning about your addiction and journaling and your urges and cravings. Find out what causes them, man. Talk to Sam. You got 24-hour AI sponsor support. Yeah, fuck, man. That alone is huge at 3 a.m. when you're struggling. Who knows? Go to an NA meeting, go to an AA meeting, talk to a therapist, a doctor, a psychiatrist, get on the right meds. Find what works for you, because there's no right or wrong way of getting sober. It's your way of getting sober one day at a time, and I believe in you.